Hi designers. I've seen some people have asked what is double diamond process. This double diamond process has been used widely before this 5-stage design thinking process has come up. So there are lots of 5-stage design thinking process, but which is very famous, and things like that we are currently using is discover or empathize, define, ideate, prototype and test. But here we have in the double diamond process, discover, define, develop and deliver. So in the each stages of these design process, we have research, that is user centric and empathetic, and in the define phase we have insights, that is needs, values, touch points, whatever we have been found with the research is being included in this, maybe which can be defined in this particular stage. And then we have develop, that is ideation section, where we develop lots of ideas. We can follow some idea techniques like brainstorming, brain writing, or mind mapping, or any other kind of chord sorting, or whatever it is. Like, it can be anything that you can follow as ideation process, as we usually do. And the next one is deliver, that is prototypes, which is having a specific solutions. Like, of course, once the ideation part is done, you will be doing the prototypes. The prototypes can be converted like you will be finding out one single solution, sorting out one single solution from all the others, and then designing a prototype. So that is how the process goes on. So what is the difference between design thinking process, that is having 5-stage, and this double diamond process, that is 4-stage? So we are missing out testing in this particular process. So in the 5-stage we have testing as well, user testing. So once the prototypes are done, we'll give it for testing, we'll test it with the users, real-time users, and then we'll get feedbacks and then make it as an iterative process. But here they are trying to find out from the prototypes itself, and then they are making it as, this is also an iterative process, but not from the testing part of point of view. So user can only iterate the designs from the prototype, so they cannot test it with the users. They don't test it with the users with this stages. If they are still interested, it won't be included in this particular process. You can do it on your own. Before seeing the steps one by one, I want to tell you something that I have already discussed about divergent and convergent thinking. Who is a divergent thinker and who is a convergent thinker? Because to know about this process properly, we need to know about what is divergent thinking, what is convergent thinking. Convergent thinking is a type of thinking that involves a lot of effort to find the most possible solution. In the opposite way, divergent thinking helps to find out or ideate a most possible or a lot of possible other solutions. Like, it won't be constrained towards one. It will help you to ideate a lot of possible solutions. So whether it can be done or not, that can be maybe researched later, but still it will help you to come up with a lot of ideas at least. Convergent thinking is sometimes accurate, speedy, and it can be logical most of the times. But divergent is something spontaneous, free-flowing and non-linear. So convergent thinking takes very less time, but divergent thinking takes more time. So let's now see where the divergent thinking is needed in the double diamond process and where the convergent thinking is needed. Number one is discover, that is like you need to find the root cause of the problem. You can, maybe your team and you can start targeting to find out what is the major problem there and why it is being considered as a problem, what is the root cause, and from who are all the affecting, and so many things, like whatever the base stages, whatever that needs to be identified, like we usually do in the discover stage or empathize stage, we can start with it. So that is where you find the basic requirements for the design thinking process. You can do it with multi-perspective problem framing. That is like for you it might be a different problem, for other people it might be considered as a different problem. So what can be the different types of perspectives which can be considered for a single problem, so from where it is getting affected. So all these things we can do for the first stage. And the next one can be, you can do a reverse brainstorming and the brainstorming. Reverse brainstorming, this is wherever you have ended, you have to start with that, so that you will find again a lot of ideas towards it. And you can consider surveys, interviews, and maybe observational field studies, field research, or secondary desk research. All these things can be included. For this particular stage, you need a divergent thinking, because it will help you to explore a lot of ideas in this stage, in this particular discovering stage. You won't get constrained over a single problem. It can be affected in different ways. So for that you need to find out, you need to explore a lot This divergent thinking will help you to explore more ideas. And the second step is define. You have to use the convergent thinking for this particular stage. Why? Because we have already explored root cause. What can be a root cause for this problem in the discover stage itself, but here we have to analyze the root cause, why it is being considered as a root cause, and how it is getting deeper to affect maybe to create symptoms to other problems as well. So for that we need to think in a convergent way, because we are going to perform analysis for that particular root cause problem only. We are not going to explore much, so you can think convergent in that to come up with a possible solution. And discover 5 whys, that is WHI, that is 5 whys, and build the user stories from whatever the research, field research or user interviews that you have done, and get into affinity diagrams. So affinity diagrams, I think most of the people have asked about affinity diagram. If you are still interested to know about this, you can put that in the comment section. I'll create a video for affinity mapping, how we can do that. This define stage will help you to narrow down all the explorations and whatever the thinking into consider into a single problem, so that you can form a clear definition of that particular problem, which can be done in this stage. So here we have in the developing stage both the designing and testing are included, but not sure like how we can effectively do it, because it's not meant, most of the people won't do it in this stage, because developing considered as it can be done with QAs and normal whenever it is gone, like before getting into live or going into delivering the designs, like maybe this testing can be done. And the next one is developing stage, that is divergent. So now you know what you are going to do, so explore the ideas, design solutions, like you have got what a major solution you can give in a mental model, but how you can get it visually done. So for that you might need to explore a bit designs and other things. So for that you need to think in a divergent way. And also for user testing can also be done in this stage. If you want to include, you can include in this develop stage, so that before getting into delivering stage, so that it will be finished probably. So that's why we are doing it in this stage. What steps can be included in this stage is, number 1 is minimum viable product. People decide what needs to be delivered first. So that is MVPs, and then they can implement one by one process into MVP 1, MVP 2 and 3 things, like whatever that needs to be features which will get updated in the version 1, 2 and 3. So similar way MVPs can also be like that. We have MVPs, and then we have rapid prototyping, storytelling, customer journey mapping. So all these things can be included in this develop stage. The final step is deliver. This is about convergent thinking. In this step you need to think convergent, and what is the product gives. So once you deliver the product to the user, you need to wait for their feedbacks and whatever. You can test your product with the users, how it is, and get the feedback, and or you can do the surveys to get the reviews from them, from the actual users, so that you can improvise your product in the next launch. That's all. We are done with this double diamond process. If you have any doubts in that, you can put that in the comment section. Thank you so much for watching. I'll meet you all in the next video. Till then, bye bye. And if you want to get clarified any of your doubts, you can also put that in the comment section, which is not related to this video. Can also be, I can review it, and then if you if it's really needed, I can create a video for that. Yeah, bye bye.